Yeah, well, I remember Christmas again. This will be the one for Christmas, Cindy. Mom would always have the single guys over for Christmas dinner.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, they would always come over because you.
Daryl Sly, Daryl, no, not Daryl. Johnny Johns, Mark Reum. Boy, when I think of
Bill
those,
Sweeney
Sweeney,
he
yeah,
didn't have his wife
yeah.
there, so he came over and bought me a canary.
Well, actually, I bought you the canary,
Oh.
and I just said, and she couldn't. Your mother couldn't refuse it. And I'm telling you for the first time that I bought the canary.
Oh, so you knew that Mom, if you said that Bill brought the canary,
Yeah.
that she would be mannerly and say, no, you can't have it.
You
so
can't
you
have it.
bought the canary
I bought
and
the canary.
made
You'd say,
Bill
"Take
give
it
it to
back."
me. And I was so excited. I never knew that.
Well, now you know. And
So you get because you.
yeah, we used to bring all the single guys.
Because I don't remember. You more like would you play Christmas Eve or Christmas Day?
Well, here's what we did. And back in those days, you always played Christmas Day. So we used to have on Christmas Eve. We used to have Christmas Day. We used to, because we'd leave right after the game, and and I must tell a story. I don't know whether I told the story, but I'm going to tell it now. Is that on Christmas Day, every day I'd have a steak. And I said, this day I'm going to have turkey. And I know I eat turkey and everything. So I figured, I always had a guilty conscience playing that game. And Guy Rousseau, I never forgot his name, a little blonde-haired guy. He was one of those guys that when you went out to check him, he'd see you coming and he'd jump and turn backwards. And he'd really hurt you. He really hurt you in doing that. You know who used to do that was Kent Douglas used to do. When a guy come out to hit him, he'd turn and jump at him. Anyhow, I go to hit this guy, and Guy turned and hit me full blast right in the stomach. And I hate to tell you, I was sick to my stomach and
on the ice,
and I never ever had anything but steak after that. But I remember that game. That was the only time. You know what I remember? I remember and we used to at 4:30 in the morning. I used to be awake all the time, and I see the farmers getting up to milk their cows. And at Christmas, Christmas Eve didn't matter.
So you'd be on the bus.
I'd be on the bus awake, and I'd see them about 4:30 in the morning, 5 o'clock. All the farmers. And these things. Imagine these guys get up and everything like that. I could go on and on about the bus. I'll tell you one more story about the bus, and one time, so I'm up and all the rest of the guys are sleeping, and I look in the distance and I see these big tall buildings, and we're on the one side, and I said, "Gee, that looks like New York." I saw pictures of New York. So I said to the driver, I said, "Are you sure we're going?" I said, "We're supposed to be going to Cleveland." He said, "Well, no." I said, "I don't think Cleveland's got big things like that." And he said, he says, "I made the wrong turn." So he got off, and I was just a player. And he turned around. So I woke up the coach. I think it was Crozier, and I said, "We're going to be, we're good. We're going to get in just before." "What do you mean?" I said, He says, "Well, we made a wrong turn, and there's a turn you could go one way or go the other." And the distance, good job, I saw this. And we made it just in time. And if you look at it, it had to be an afternoon game, actually. Yeah. Sunday, Christmas Day. And we made it just in time. About a half hour before the game, we got dressed out. I don't know if we won or not. But this bus driver, he was taking us to New York. And we had to do the U-turn. And we just got in time. And good job, I was awake. I don't know what he was. I don't know.
Yeah, you guys went up Madison Square Garden.
We could have played in there, but we got in time. I don't know whether we won or not, but I remember the panic look on that guy's face.
Oh, that would be an awful
I said,
feeling.
I said, that looks like New York to me. I see pictures.
Well, you, Mom and you carried on that tradition of having guys over, and when you also coached, you said, how many times could you imagine now a coach would bring over the single guys? They were first time away from home, and all, and we always had. Remember, John came over and Gary Braden and all the single guys for Christmas dinner. And stuff. So, but that was the type of mom, that's the type of, and what a great relationship you would have with the players that you would bring them over to the house.
Well, I played with them, and I must go over sometime and tell I played with them for half a season, and then I got made coach. And then I went the next year when I was made coach. I used to bring them over. I had a pretty good relationship, and I was general manager and coach. Well, with some guys I had a good relationship. Other guys I didn't. But it was a lot of fun. Boy, I had more fun in Rochester. That's the greatest city. And not too big, and it's not too small. And I played there for I think it was 6 years. How many years did I play? I must go into that though. But it was a lot of fun. Rochester, New York, and we seem to be going on and on and on.
Yeah. So we'd like to wish everybody a Merry Christmas, and hope everybody has a good Christmas. And we'll be back next week.
Well, we hope Lord will be back, and I'd just like to say it before we start. Frontline workers again, and paramedics, and the police, and the fire people, and firemen. No, I can't call them firemen. For the work they do great work, and God love you all. Merry Christmas.